steal my daughter's necklace.
Now that's a Thunder in Paradise.
Speedboats, time grabber, Navy SEALs on the deck, fighting crimes and all the others. We're the ones they came to wreck. Terry Hulk Hogan leading the fight. No tan lines in sight. Everything is at stake. For no reason will this beefcake. Plenty of guest stars joining in the fun. Bandanas and handlebars. Justice just begun. We'll never be outdone. We're the number one. Clouds block out the sun. Storm has just begun. Now that's a thunder in paradise. Can't you feel the vibe? Living life on the edge, where the heroes are died. Now that's a thunder in paradise. We're ready for the fight. Speedboats and Navy SEALs, together we ignite.
Hey there, sports fans. My name is Kit, and this is...
Now that is a Thunder in Paradise.
If you missed last week's episode, it's because it didn't exist yet, because this is the first one. We're taking the Now That's What I Call Wrestling universe and expanding it into network television. Cable television. Thunder in Paradise was a TV show that aired on TNT in 1994. Only one season. Cannot imagine why. Maybe we'll find out. It stars Terry, Hulk, Hogan, right? Yeah, let's get that out of the way. But also tons of other guest stars. We're expanding the Now That's What I Call Wrestling universe. And this is, like most technology, well intended, but probably a bad idea in the end. So let's get ready for a Thunder in Paradise.
Next on Thunder in Paradise.
I am not going to let you sell off this hotel to some corporate chain who'll squash its history into a brochure.
One thing you might have noted already, there's some pretty problematic accents, and I don't mean problematic in like a cancelable way, but in like, as an actor, some pretty difficult accents to make our way through here already. Great start. Off to a great start. So they basically spoil the whole episode with the next time on Thunder in Paradise. So we'll fast forward over that. We'll skip over that. When I was a kid, I distinctly remember finding out that Hulk Hogan's first name was Terry. And no offense to any Terrys out there, but I was very disappointed. I don't know what I thought his name was, but I certainly didn't think his name was Terry Hulk Hogan. My cousin swore that Chris Lemon was actually just Sting with his makeup off, but I knew that it was just it was Jack Lemon's kid. Even when I was a kid, I was like, no, it's the guy from Odd Couple, that's his son. But for our purposes, that's Sting with his paint off. I want to point out that the intro for our show is like less than 1 minute and 30 seconds. The intro for their show is far over 2 minutes, so you're already saving time. You were gonna watch Thunder in Paradise anyway. Why not watch it with us and cut that time down by at least 10-15%? In all honesty, the first like 4.5 minutes of this show is just people's butts. It's just girls' butts on the beach and girls running across the beach. It reminds me a lot when I was a kid, my friend Ray and I would watch like Cinemax and stuff and HBO after like late night or whatever when they would play the adult movies. There was I don't even know that I would call it like porn. It was porn light. It was diet porn. It was barely porn, but it was called Hot Springs Hotel. And this show looks like a ripoff of Hot Springs Hotel.
Randy and Cat living in a flat all by themselves. Telegram said Aunt Betty's dead. Come run the hotel, Hot Springs Hotel. He's kinda horny, always being naughty. Cat's on his tail. Lacey's going crazy, feels always lazy. Hot Springs Hotel. Hot Springs Hotel.
Contractually, they had to show people's butts on the beach every like 45 to 50 seconds. That was the deal with Turner. Remember I was talking about how this reminded me of a Cinemax show? What is that? So like, all right, let's contextualize this. All right, so it's an action show on TNT, right? I get it. So it's supposed to be for adults, but like Hulk Hogan was like a kid's like icon at the time, right? It was 30 years ago as we record this, right? So, I mean, kids were watching, it was just a kid's show, basically. It was like, oh, you miss Hulk Hogan from the WWF? He's gone now? Guess what? He's on your favorite show now. It's called Thunder in Paradise. Also, basically as much like porn as we can get on like a Monday evening on TNT. This show is taking it to the Cinemax. This tells me so they paid a bunch of money for Terry Hulk Hogan to be the star of this, and he's not even in like the first 6 or 7 minutes of it. Like so far, it's just random characters that we haven't been introduced to yet, and girls running on the beach slowly in bikinis, which tells me maybe that they didn't have a lot of faith in the Hulkster on selling this one. It turns out they answered that age-old question that's been plaguing scientists and philosophers for generations, which is sex greater than sign Hogan? We already know. Let your body move. Everybody move. Let your body move. So I know these guys are like supposed to be like little sexy creeps or whatever staring at her, but I think that couple things. First of all, Carol Alt can very clearly just eat these guys' lunch. I mean, she could just cannibalize these two gentlemen. Like they don't stand a chance. But also, I think she somehow stared at them sexily enough to get them pregnant. I've never understood the tying the cherry stem with your tongue thing vis-a-vis sexy time. Like what exactly, like I guess I get it because it's like, oh wow, it takes a lot of like tongue dexterity to tie a cherry stem. But like, how do I put this? We're on Patreon, so we can probably get away with more, but there's no part of my body that would encounter anyone's tongue, I think, that would be comparable to a cherry stem. I mean, luckily, I guess, right? Like it feels like there's other fruit that we could use for that. I mean, we have now that we have emojis, of course, the eggplant has been ruined for everyone. Like maybe she tied an eggplant in a knot with her mouth. But the cherry stem, also gross because that's just sitting in a big bowl. Like I bet if you swabbed everything at a bar, one of the dirtiest things would be that big bowl of cherries. So disgusting, Carol Alt. Oh man! So everyone who participated in our pool of our betting pool of whether or not Brutus the Barber Beefcake would show up on screen before Hulk Hogan, you've lost. For anyone that had 4 minutes and 58 seconds into the episode, if that's where you landed on our pool, congratulations! You just won a cool $250,000. How can I put this? In this show,
No spoilers.
Beefcake is just as, if not more, useless in this show than he is in professional wrestling. So, good news.
You know, after they turned down my idea for Thunder, I decided to leave the Navy and build her myself.
Is that when they talked Brown into designing the system?
Yeah. Our Navy SEAL team threw us a going-away party.
Already we are straining credulity and believing that Hulk Hogan is a Navy SEAL. I'm sure there's a certain governor who has a problem. I got a bit of a problem with Terry calling himself a Navy SEAL.
Son of a bitch is dug in like an Alabama tick.
Navy SEAL team threw us a going-away party, got me totally drunk, and shoved me in a tank with a shark that hadn't been fed for 3 weeks.
Hey, Terry Hulk Hogan, you got any more cool drunk stories you want to tell the little 7-year-old girl on the beach? Here's the trajectory. We're off to a right-on-track start with Beefer showing up for no reason. We're coming off, we're leaving the ground nice and hot with the, hey, little girl, I'm going to tell you about how I was a drunken Navy SEAL. And then he's about to, like, fist a shark, and we're just going to stick the landing.
What happened?
Well, the shark opened its mouth real wide.
You can tell by the cadence and rhythm that Hulk Hogan is about to tell one of his notoriously true stories.
It went for my side, but I slipped behind it. Then I grabbed its dorsal. It whacked me with its tail, and we flip-flopped all over the tank.
Wow.
Then I got my hand inside its gill, the other on its dorsal, and I yanked as hard as I could.
What happened then?
Well, I was arrested for poaching, dude.
Well, you know that sound that Velcro makes when you rip it apart?
Ugh.
Blood and shark guts everywhere. And something else.
What else? What?
A human hand! Ever since then, I've been playing.
Hey, it would be awesome if you just like put your hands all over the outside and inside and all around through shark guts and then just like put your arms around that little girl and just touch her with your cool shark bacteria. That's awesome. Here's how you know Hulk Hogan is probably the least fun person in real life is he can't even fake it for this scene. Like it's the most forced fun. And look guys, all right, I know. Dude's not a good actor, all right? That's just my opinion. He's a terrible actor. That's probably everyone's opinion. Probably even his opinion, if he could be honest with himself. But guy can't even fake having a good time with like this kid who's, by the way, just trying her ass off.
Let's see what's inside our little friend.
Yeah.
But Billy, now I've jumbled ass.
Whoa! Must have been a small car, huh? Whoa!
Oh, wow, you can't find those anywhere on the beach, dude.
The more junk they eat, the better they taste.
What's that?
Oh! 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 Wow! Looks like a necklace or something. Here, a present from me and the shark.
This is a good time to pause to give an in memoriam of this little girl who was tragically struck down after some tanned, mustachioed lunatic put a disgusting, unsanitary shark gut necklace around her neck. And, well, we'll spare you the gruesome details, but R.I.P. in peace.
What can I get for you?
I could use a cold beer.
Hey, bud, same.
And some hot gossip. Need a back page for tomorrow's edition.
I'll get you a cold beer, Max.
Hey, Kelly, come on. Around here, you know who's doing what to who. Give me a taste.
What?
Point me in a direction.
Okay, Max. For a fellow New Yorker.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No offense to every junior high that's ever existed, but the level of acting and the choices and the accents are below par of any junior high play that's ever happened in the history of junior highs, plays, or the universe.
You see that guy over there? The one with the two gadgets?
Hey, I'm walking here. You see that guy over there with the two freaking who's he what's the gadgets? Like what? Like this was 1994. Like this had to have been like a 68-year-old guy writing this dialogue for poor Carol Alt. Hey, see the roughneck over there with the two dames?
Why do you think I'm telling you about it, Max? When you write about this, you gotta take Megan's side. Or I'll poison your beer.
Hey, this guy's breaking my balls here.
So what do you prefer? Arsenic or strychnine?
I've known I couldn't trust you since I was 6 and caught you with your hand in my Halloween bag.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm not going to take the time to look up this actor and whether or not they are British, but if they are British, which I don't think that they are, but if they are British, they are somehow doing the least believable British accent I've ever heard. If I was at the junior high we mentioned earlier and I was directing the show, I would tell that little 11-year-old, like, hey, too much. Rein it in. They don't actually sound like that. Pull it back a little bit.
I was merely making sure there were no razor blades in it.
Someone say razor blades, dude.
Lovely ladies, excuse me for a moment. I have some family business that needs attending to, but we'll continue this later.
You're disgusting.
Apparently, speaking in private means moving 1.5 feet to the left.
You're upset.
Hey, those two walking here or what? Okay, so basically the plot is this. Jessica has inherited this hotel from her rich father, but as part of his will, she had to get married by a certain point, which is like a weird Disney type thing to do here. But her uncle Edward's just a real dickweed and shows up, and she has 2 days left to get married, or else the hotel goes to the family and presumably would be his. And so he's here to be a stereotypical villain, bad guy, laugh in her face, and claim his hotel. So Hulk Hogan has decided to bring this girl back home, which we now can assume is not his daughter, back to the general area via parasailing from his weird military speedboat.
I thought Mom be inside working.
I've never been parasailing, but how the hell they land on the beach? Like, I don't understand how the boat could possibly have them land on the beach. But hey, I'm not a Navy SEAL. So, Hulk Hogan is wearing his life vest, his little banana hammock, his bandana, and his sunglasses, and some weird black boots, but somehow looks more naked like this than if he was actually naked.
R.J. Spencer, you are the most reckless, irresponsible, juvenile delinquent of a man I have ever met in my entire life.
No lie detected. We finally get Hulk Hogan's name. It's R.J. Hurricane Spencer.
Where did you get that necklace?
From a shark's colon.
It was inside of a shark.
Don't worry, it was dead.
You gave my daughter something you found inside a dead fish?
Mom, you washed it up first.
Lie. Why do you lie, liar? He did it. He did it. We watched it. We watched it live in 4K, bro. We watched it live in VHS. This is somehow like, we've probably all been to the beach, right? Like, this is just not what beaches look like. Like, this feels like a beach that is exclusively only for underwear models. Like, that's it. No families, no old people sunning themselves, no one with more than 2 to 4% body fat. Like, it's exclusive.
Mom, why are you always so mean to him?
Because he is coarse, uncultured, arrogant, and rude.
I was hoping you'd be here.
Hey, cool it with the accents, bro. Like, it's too much. Like, so this beach is only for like the most beautiful people on the planet, but also every single person there is from another stereotypically accented portion of the United States or I guess the world, if we're including like the UK. Hulk Hogan hiding his little Hulkster there underneath the parachute for some reason. This show is basically if in 8th grade I wrote a show for myself, which is like, yeah, I'm buff and tan, and like, sure, maybe I'm bald, but I got a cool mustache and I got a great boat, right? And like this rich lady owns a hotel and she acts like she hates me, but she really loves me is why she acts like that. And like, there's a weird lady from Georgia who's just all over me, and like, I got to walk around holding a parachute in front of me because I'm just like rock solid all the time. Somebody was reading my dream journal.
This is a nightmare. What are we gonna do?
Why, that's positively ghastly.
Maybe there's someone out there who's just right for you.
Marry someone by Saturday? But who? R.J. Hurricane Spencer.
Extra, read all about it. I'm walking here. Also, why are they out there? Like, what? They're like, what conversation needs to happen in the middle of the beach at like dinner time. Like what? Like what? And also, why is anyone stumbling upon them out there?
Besides, the one thing that R.J. Hurricane Spencer likes more than that monstrous thunderbolt of his is his precious freedom.
We didn't have another take lying around? Like, we just did one take of this, and then that was the one we went with, huh?
Oh, I love that wicked smile.
What?
You know something.
Brubaker will tell me anything I need to know to get me to go out with him. Let's just say Spencer's on the hook. All we gotta do is reel him in.
I don't even know where we've landed on the accent scale here. We're all over the map. Guys, at this point, I don't even know if she's even still walking here. Hurricane Spencer here in Cowboy Casual. Basically, the plot here becomes that she needs to marry someone to save her stake in the hotel. Hulk Hogan owes $93,000 on his speedboat. $93,000 past due on his speedboat loan, which is the most Florida thing I think you can do. Also, do you know how many shark belly license plates he would have to get to make $93,000? That's like 4 billion plates, dude. This is the best look that we get so far of Hulk Hogan's shiner. He's got a black eye that he received around WrestleMania in 1993, allegedly from the Macho Man Randy Savage. Who knows what's true anymore. But yeah, he had to shoot the pilot with a black eye. That's why periodically he has an eye patch on throughout the intro, and then they make some ad-lib references to his black eye throughout the show. It would have been cooler. Honestly, just give him an eye patch. Like RJ Hurricane Spencer would have been a way cooler character if he had an eye patch.
So, do we have a deal or not?
I'll let you know.
When?
So now he's got leather chaps on, so are we to assume that when he came in, there was like a coat rack that he hang his chaps on? Because I need that to be true. Brother. We really get some world-class contemplative acting here from Hulk Hogan as he contemplates his boat, which I don't see it. I know later on in later episodes we see what this boat can do. They don't even really show it much in this first episode. But $93,000 in 1994, like these days as I'm recording, is like $300,000 or something. Like this will be the coolest, most badass boat that's ever existed, and it's just a small, regular gray speedboat.
Tonic, please. I mean, first a stealth malfunction, then I couldn't maintain full thrust commitment.
Well, it's a tough one.
You know, I feel like this whole thing is my fault.
How so?
Did I ever tell you that Spence saved my life?
So here we get more plot. So we have so many names. We have RJ, we have Hurricane, we have Spencer, Hurricane, RJ, Hurricane, Spencer, we have Spence. None of them are Hulk Hogan. We get some plot here. His friend Brew, B-R-U, I don't know, short for something. His friend Brew is a Navy SEAL. Also, Hurricane saved his life, so now they're best buddies. But Brew and Kelly start talking about their dreams, right? And Kelly keeps talking about, like, you know, what her dream was, because Brew makes her.
Tell me your dream, and I'll tell you my dream. Come on. Talk to Brew.
Okay. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go to Italy, to Florence, and apprentice myself out to an artist, and sculpt nudes out of Carrara marble, like Michelangelo's David. There is nothing in the world as sensual as running your hands over the contours of the marble, closing your eyes and feeling the smooth, cool texture. That's rough-hewn strength.
This guy's about to jack off.
My dream. It's similar to your. I mean, it's not about marble or anything. It's about a real woman. Actually, it's about you, Kelly. I dream about the two of us connecting in a conjugal kind of way.
What the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck? Conjugal. Like, my dream, Kelly, is that I go to prison, and then you have to visit me on a conjugal visit, and then I shrink down to 1/4 your size and jump into your body and splash around in there, and then stare at you, and then look more like Jack Lemmon than anyone is comfortable with watching.
But there you go. Like I said, some dreams will never come true.
He was so offensive that her accent came back.
Okay, you got a deal. Let's go somewhere where we can work out the details.
Not just yet. Here.
Take the ring. Propose to me.
What?
Ask me to marry you.
Now? In front of everybody?
Now? Propose to a girl, dude? A icky girl in front of everyone, brother?
You want feeling? You want louder with feeling? Marry me!
Hulk Hogan's getting a little more aggressive than I'm comfortable with. Hulk Hogan squeezing this woman's head while he sucks the life out of her. Tap out, dude. All right, hold, guys, hold. Hold right there. Wait, not yet. Wait. All right, ready, speed. All right, speeding, camera speeding, and action.
Hey, Spence, I can't believe it!
So proud.
We want to thank you for coming to audition for our local production of The Outsiders and for preparing a section of the script to deliver here. So please just go ahead and take it away.
Man, I'd like to keep one of these suckers for whaling. Spot a humpback off the starboard. Launch a stinger into his back. Come on, Louie.
Stay golden, pony boy. So this bad guy's secret power is he can carry 2 boxes when everyone else can only carry 1. Hulk Hogan's screwed, dude. Look how much he's carrying 2 of them. Mr. Pacino, they need you on set.
Ooh. Pretty hot in town. I mean, after that little thing we pulled off today.
Yeah, the last place they're going to look for us is at the Paradise Beach Hotel.
This guy is 1,000% reading his lines from behind that newspaper. So basically, we just get more plot here. So this guy is rich now and changes his face all the time, apparently, to stay one step ahead of the law. But back when he was poor, he worked on a boat, and they found a bunch of treasure, and the necklace was part of it. But then the necklace was somehow like code or guide to more treasure, but the shipwrecked, and then like a shark ate the guy who had the necklace or something. And now it's in the newspaper, and he wants to go get it. It saved you like 4 minutes.
But how is it worth millions?
Oh, baby. First we have to get it. Mm-hmm. And then we will find out.
More plot here is basically Jessica sits down to tell her daughter that she's not actually in love with Hulk Hogan, but she is just trying to save the hotel, but she doesn't have the heart to tell her, so in a very endearing way just continues to live a lie.
You can't come out here. She's not dressed yet.
That's no problem. We're family.
Hey, still a problem. Just as much a problem, maybe more a problem.
Come on now, sweetie. It's time to get dressed now. For the wedding.
I can't. It's like every line, I just want to be like, hey, take it again and do it like this is not the community theater production of Thunder in Paradise, please. It's time to get ready for the wedding. It's too windy for a TV show. It's too windy for them to be on the roof. It's dangerous. Like the one thing I noticed in this episode is I don't know if they did all ADR after with the audio or they were able to save any of it, but it's the windiest production of any episode of anything that's ever happened.
Careful, Uncle. Your panic is showing.
It's okay, darling. We're related.
Nothing eludes me, Megan. I'll prove that this marriage is a fraud.
And that someone in this room is a murderer.
Unless you want to sit in the back row, get a seat.
Unless you want the dingo to eat your baby.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
All right, gonna have this wedding right in the middle of the wind.
I love you, darling. Darling, I love you.
And I love you.
I can't do this.
Oh, come on, Spence. We didn't even get to the kiss. Brother, relax. If you can't convince me, how are you going to convince 200 people down there?
Do you have to convince people when you get married? Like, if you're walking down the aisle and you're not doing it, like, enthusiastically enough, like if you're not getting married with enough enthusiasm, then the 200 people, like, vote at the end and they're like, sorry, didn't work. You're not actually married. No one believed it. So I guess try again next season.
How about community property?
Can do what?
Property. Spence, community property?
Community property is the dollar store ripoff board game that's kind of like Monopoly, except legally different enough for them to sell it.
God, I didn't even think about it.
Would you better think about it, because here comes the hot kiss at the end of the wet fist. What the heck does that mean?
I think the Wet Fist is the name of Hulk Hogan's other boat.
Nicole, Nick, guess who?
I heard the unattainable is about to become attained. I had to come and see with my own eyes because I just could not believe it.
Drink your juice, Shelby. They just both fall backward off the building.
Don't go getting jealous. I was just giving him a little something to remember me by.
If you're not out of here in 5 seconds, I'll give you something to remember me by.
I love the idea that so many women just can't keep their hands off of the young crypt keeper.
I know what part of your body has done the thinking until today. But starting here and now, you better use your brain.
We need a prenuptial agreement, eliminating community
Because
property.
my uncle is here, and if he proves this is a marriage of anything other than true love and devotion, quote unquote, we both lose everything.
I keep what's mine, you keep
So
what's
you
yours.
better make this convincing.
What's happened? Are they even in the same scene? Like, did we just take 2 different scenes and just smash them together?
Oh, you're one hell of a negotiator. Matches your eye.
Hulk Hogan walking to court. It's cool that they let them film this wedding scene all throughout the hurricane. Like, it was so windy that they had to add it into the show. Like, people's hats flying off. Her veil is going to, like, yank her down. Like, guys, I know a lot of money goes into this. I know a lot of planning, but we gotta pick another day. We gotta try again tomorrow. We can't do it. Can we move the wedding scene inside someplace? He's like 3 jackass groomsmen just standing there. I don't care. There is no possible way that you can have Brutus the Barber Beefcake standing in the background of anything and it's not the most distracting thing that's possible to happen. We get some more comedy gold here as during the ceremony they're trying to negotiate community property back and forth in front of the priest or the minister or the judge, apparently. And I think the most incredulous part of this whole scene is that anyone in the audience of this wedding would be able to hear any of this over the absolute wind tunnel that they're sitting in the middle of. In St. Pete, Florida, that is a legally binding agreement. Anything that you whisper back and forth with your soon-to-be spouse during the ceremony is legally binding in St. Pete courts.
If anyone knows of any reason why these 2 people should not be married, let him speak now or forever hold his peace.
This marriage is a deception and a fraud.
Someone in this marriage is a murderer. It is cool to see what Kevin McAllister's neighbor was up to after the events of Home Alone. Thunder in Paradise does take place in the Home Alone universe. Nice of Beefcake to get dressed up for this one. He put on his going out Zubaz.
I thee wed.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Brutus Beefcake now smelling his hand. And they hold the kiss at the end of the ceremony for like 15 or 16 minutes. It's impressive. To hold a kiss that long in the middle of this like 80 or 90 mile an hour winds is really actually pretty impressive. So next, the villains try to talk the little girl out of her necklace, and she's too smart for them and doesn't buy it.
Well, we're gonna have to get a closer look. Let me see that.
Look at the camera, make sure it's still there. Okay, we're still rolling. Good. I'll keep acting.
Beads, about 10 years old. Afraid it's not worth very much, but I'll give you $20 for it.
That means it's worth a lot more.
She's pretty smart. You're very smart. Okay, $100 for it.
I love that he holds the $100 bill perfectly for the camera, not for the kid. And brother.
Jess, what's wrong?
They stole my necklace.
Stay here.
Hulk Hogan needs to be careful, not because he's chasing down bad guys, but because you can't put those white linen pants in the washing machine, dude.
Give me that necklace.
If Hulk Hogan stepdaughter can't have that necklace, no one can have it, dude. Hulk Hogan, the actual pro wrestler, has the fakest on-screen fight I think I've ever seen. And they have to unfold Giant Gonzalez out of that limousine to get him back into the fray.
Why'd you steal my daughter's necklace?
Not the pants, brother. Dude. There's always money in the banana stand, dude.
Get the beat! Go, boss.
Dad, are you okay?
That's yours. I think so.
Take it easy, brother. Any breaks?
I don't know, man, but I felt like I just fell off a beanstalk.
Good one, dude.
Who was that?
I don't know, dude. I think I just laid a golden egg, brother.
Scattered everywhere.
Drew, get a metal detector.
Yeah, okay.
What a way to end the episode. Oh no, will he find a metal detector? Next time on Thunder in Paradise. A boat blows up. Way too much, like an uncomfortable amount. Hulk Hogan puts his arms out. They run their hands through jewelry like the Goonies, dude. Some guys shooting down into a hole. Now they're closed up like Jesus.
Don't worry.
The Hulk Hogan finds water to swim out of, and now he's painted like Commando. It falls over sideways because dude throws a barrel. Ships driving fast. Bazookas shooting off. Missiles flying through the air.
Skated on us, Spence. I wanted to. 5.
Now that's a Thunder in Paradise.
Night. It's people time. Brothers, Navy SEALs on the deck. Fighting crime to know the others were the ones that came to wreck. Terry Hulk Hogan leading the fight. No 10 lines in sight. Everything is at stake. For no reason, Brutus Beefcake. Plenty of gas.